More news. When I saw this, I was like, yo, I said Dr. Lupo was cheating. I said, oh no, not him, man. Not him. That's a family man right there. I know he ain't cheating on the wife. He ain't cheating on Mr. Dr. Lupo. When I saw Dr. Lupo was cheating, I was like, oh no, I need that context. I said, what happened? I said, what happened, man? I said, not him. Not him, man. Not him. But Dr. Lupo was caught cheating in chess. He was caught cheating in a game, playing a game. So, still bad, but at least he wasn't cheating on the wife, because I would have called him the new Dr. Disrespect out here. I was ready to roast him. But let's read what happened, because I'm like, why you cheating, Dr. Lupo? Like this not your thing, brother. What happened? But he got booted from $100,000 chess event. So you're doing a chess event and he cheated. Dr. Lupo has been shamed today after being unceremoniously removed from the PogChamp 6 chess event, which carries a $100,000 prize pool. He tried to save face by suggesting he was dropping out of the running, but chess.com, the host for the tournament, revealed that he had a fair play violation, and that led to him getting dismissed and replaced. So Dr. Lupo admitted on social media to picking up chess moves from a stream chat while competing against Wolfie Glick during the recent PogChamp 6 face-off. Drastic accusations surfaced after the popular streamer made a blatant blunder, then proceeded to make 24 flawless moves that were deemed as being outside of his skill set. They said, "You're not him. You're not him. There's no way you made these moves and you didn't make any mistakes, brother. You ain't a real chess god out here. You ain't a chess master, a chess wizard." So then it said that he immediately discredited these allegations, suggesting he just had a good game and then he got rolled on for the rest of the day. Later, Dr. Lupo admitted he'd been picking up tips on another monitor while playing against Wolfie, but he stressed that he wasn't using the dedicated cheat tool. So the actual tweet here says, regarding chess.com PogChamp's tourney, had a ton of fun playing, but have decided to drop out of the event to help maintain competitive integrity for those involved, as well as the tourney organizers. Having a main stream up on my left monitor over the course of the day today. Wow. So to continue here, chess.com removed Dr. Lupo from the tournament, explaining that he had received a fair play violation, that his spot in the bracket will be replaced. They didn't clarify what Dr. Lupo did. They just advised that receiving any help during the match is a violation of the fair play policy, and will result in a disqualification and an account closure. All right. So Dr. Lupo then followed up here. He followed up and admitted that he didn't just drop out, voluntarily because of the accusations. So this is very long. So we're gonna read it here, but he proceeds to say today. So the 6:27 a.m. This definitely got to him. I'm like, you're not gonna make this long ass tweet at 6:27 a.m. if you weren't guilty, but it was definitely on his mind. So he said, "I screwed up big time. The internet has been right basically since the beginning, and it's taken me multiple ways of self-reflection and internal fighting to get to the point where I can fully admit fault without holding back." Very interesting. Very interesting. He starts off by saying, I swear, white people are really good. They're really good with these apologies. They just use all the right words. They use all the right words. So he continues, "I lied to the internet repeatedly. I cheated and betrayed the trust of countless people that believed in me. Viewers, family, friends, everyone, myself. I carry a lot of baggage, and you all got exposed to it in the worst way. I lied directly to Daniel Wrench." I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming he has something to do with the chess. He's a chief chess officer for chess.com. Okay. "I lied directly to Wolfie." That was the person who he was playing. "He's a Pokemon world champ as well." Okay. "And used him as a prop on stream. He didn't deserve that. None of you did. I messaged him directly to apologize, and I'll gladly do it on stream too." All right, he continues, "I bet the big part of my life being really good at games. When I suddenly wasn't good enough, I lied." That's wild, man. Like, imagine joining a chess tournament, right? You know, you don't really play chess like that, or you aren't really known for playing chess. I don't know how much chess that DrLupo actually played, but obviously not good enough to face these world champions here and be in this tournament. If he felt the need to cheat because he just felt like he just wasn't good enough, and I don't know, didn't want to get embarrassed or something. I'm assuming this what this was, a lot of pride going on. You don't have to be good at every single video game. Not just at DrLupo, but in general. I know I'm not good at every single video game. I think I'm above average in a lot of video games. Like I think I have a good understanding of a lot of video game, but a lot of whippersnappers just knock me out of the water. A lot of people who spend way too much time on one video game will knock me out of the water, and I fully understand that. You know, I fully understand that, but some people let pride get away, man. So, he says between games while waiting, they said to be sure to only have one chess.com window open. So I was playing games against a computer on my other monitor using listchess.org, where my chat window usually is to practice between rounds. Once I blundered my queen, I panicked. I used the analysis feature there, and my brain couldn't stop after that. So he was like, oh, the dopamine hit. Oh man. Oh man, I used the analysis feature and I can't stop. He said, I did it again. Oh my god. I figured out the lines, but every time I panicked after that, I did it again. It wasn't something that I planned on doing. I really did practice quite a bit leading up to the event. People kept asking me why I did it. I think I did it for a false sense of self-validation, to convince myself that I could win when clearly I shouldn't have. It was disrespectful to the entire online chess community. I was stupid enough to not even consider the consequences of what I was doing. And I accept those consequences now because I deserve it. Again, I feel like this is all, I don't want to just dismiss it, but I'm like, is it really that deep? I guess it was, because again, I don't know how the chess community is, because like I said, I don't play chess. I don't know anything about the chess community, especially the online chess community. But I do know that there are a lot of like high IQ people over there in the chess community, because you do have to have a pretty high IQ in order to play chess at a very high level, and not only to be a freaking world champion, a chess wizard over there. So I assume that a lot of them do take pride in being really good at chess, but I don't know if they're toxic, is what I guess I'm trying to say. Like some of the video game community that we know right now, like the Marvel Rivals community, the 2K community, so things like that. I don't know if they're toxic, but in any case, he felt super bad and he said, "But I deserve it." I understand that people are going to question everything in my career now. I don't blame them. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. And like, yeah, if you decide to cheat in chess, what else did you cheat in, DrLupo? Are you just a big fraud or what? Like, what's going on there? Um, I was the guy that vocally hated people who cheated in video games. Tarkov is riddled with it, and I did the most hypocritical thing I could do. Shame, shame, shame. I talked about mental health on stream yesterday morning because this stuff is very real for me. I'm restarting therapy this afternoon. Hey, this is wild, man. This is wild. To cheat, to go to the lengths of cheating in chess, to now be like, hey, I lied. I actually did do it. And now I'm gonna go to therapy because I cheated in a video game. That's tough. That's tough. I'm going to therapy because I cheated in a video game. Wow, wow, wow. Just imagine if everybody else who like actually use cheats, use the hacks like in Call of Duty and stuff, use the special controllers and the I forgot what they're called. I think the time keys or whatever for 2K so that you can get greens all the time. Like imagine those people like, man, I lied, I cheated. I'm going to therapy now. I hate to laugh at this, but I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't understand how it's come to this, but here we are. So I found someone through Sondermind that was available. I mean, he like mentioned like what it was. That was available almost immediately, which was nice. I clearly have a problem with honesty to myself and those that care about me. It sucked that it took something like this to blow up in my face, but I'm hoping that it results in me finally fixing problems with myself that I've had for years. Well, I mean, I guess at least you recognize the issue. I mean, because a lot of people don't recognize that within themselves, that they do have problems and need to get them addressed. So, okay, I'm sorry to everyone, my friends and family. people that watch me, anyone that I associate with. I betrayed your trust. I hope one day people can forgive me, and I understand if they can't. I hope one day I can forgive myself too. I'm typically pretty hard on myself. Okay. Then that's how he ends it. Very long tweet. Very long tweet. And then very first comment said, nigga cheated in chess, had to go to therapy. That's how I'm feeling too. I'm like, what? I don't know how it came to that. You know, usually people would just say, hey, I'm going to take some time to myself and not go on stream. You know, the typical, you know, I'm going to go work on myself. But it's like, damn, you cheated in a video game? And then you're like, hey, man, I'm going to go to therapy now. I don't know. A lot of therapy with video game cheating. So apologies to Dr. Bitch. Is it different being caught using aimbot? I mean, in chess, I don't know. It sounds like the same thing to me. It sounds like the same thing to me for real, man. Yeah, funny how other streamers have apologized. He basically told them apologizing won't win people around, even when it comes to the Dr. Disrespect stuff. You've always had on your high horse where you put everyone under a microscope other than yourself. I mean, he kind of has a point there. He kind of has. He said, was this the ad plug? Yeah, I was like, why do you say Sondermind? Like, why did you mention it there? But I mean, it is what it is, man. But it was just kind of bad if you were denying it the whole day and then came back and was like, hey man, I did it, you know. So I like I said, obviously he was eating them up inside that he actually did cheat. So so then he did this very long post here. I'm assuming this is the only post that he had. Yeah, he pinned it too. So I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So I was like, dang, not DrLupo, not him, not him. Just super wild, man. Did Mr. DrLupo say something? Nah, she ain't saying nothing. She ain't saying nothing. So it is what it is on that, man. It is what it is on that. All right, the final bit of news. You know, so we talking numbers and stuff. Kendrick Lamar, his new tour, literally the first stop. Said bad luck on him, a blemish on his career. Yeah, it is. It is a blemish. But like I said, people will forget. People will forget in a couple days. So it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I think people will start to look at him different, especially when he starts like talking about other people. So, you know, like I said, people already mentioned in that tweet. So he's just gonna have to watch himself and what's going on. Maybe not be so vocal and on this high horse, like some people said about certain things. But all right. Kendrick Lamar news tour. Record-breaking $9 million kickoff show. $9 million kickoff show. So April 19th, Kendrick Lamar and SZA started their stadium tour in Minneapolis, performing in front of a sold-out crowd. You know, they said that he wouldn't be able to sell out. He wouldn't be able to sell out a stadium. But him and SZA did it. Him and SZA did it on the first date. According to touring data, the first show grossed over $9 million, making him the first rapper to gross that much in a single concert. They're going to continue to say that he couldn't do this without SZA. Doesn't matter at this point, okay? They're co-headlining, however you want to call it. He did it, and he's setting records, all right? Still setting records. The amount broke a previous record established by Eminem in 2019. In addition, 47,354 tickets sold marked the most attended concert ever at US Bank Stadium. Wow. Okay, man. Okay. So awesome. And then follow up on this. Now he did it again. Kendrick Lamar show in Arlington, Texas had broke another record. So now it went from 9 million to 11.8 million. The highest grossing concert performed by a black male artist. He is also the first rapper in history to gross $10 million in a single show. Insane, man. Insane. This man just keeps doing it. But again, the same excuses are going to continue to come up. He needed SZA to do this. He only is doing this because of the Super Bowl look. This is the Drake stimulus package. What else? Every single date that he goes to, every single stadium that he goes to is not sold out. They're just going to keep nitpicking and nitpicking and nitpicking instead of just coming to terms. I just wish that people would come to terms and just understand that, one, this isn't doing anything for your life. If Kendrick had one person in the stadium, what does that do for you? I think people need to start looking in the mirror and asking themselves, what is that doing for you? Are you losing money because Kendrick may not sell out a one stop or something? I don't understand what that's doing for you. Are you losing money? Are you making money on him doing this? Like, that's a thing that I just find super weird. You don't do this with anybody else. It's all just because of this Kendrick and Drake beef that people just cannot stop harping on anything that Kendrick does or doesn't do. I do not understand why people are like this and continuing to be like this a whole year later. This does literally nothing for you. So, one, what is this doing for you? Two, what does anything about this have to do with Drake? Like, can we stop that? Like, I said that it was going to happen, and I really wish that, again, I wasn't right. But unfortunately, Kendrick and Drake are going to be tied forever. It's going to be a very long time. Something else very significant has to happen in order for people to stop talking about one artist whenever the other artist does something. Like, it just makes literally no sense. Like, I just want people to just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. And stop just focusing on numbers when it comes to these two artists every single time. Like, they're still talking about Luther, and they're like, nobody hears this song. They don't play it on the radio. They don't slap it in the clubs, man. Why is this song still number one? It's because of SZA, right? Like, Kendrick can't do anything without somebody else. I'm like, stop, bro. Just stop. It's not doing anything for your overall well-being, man. Just cut it out. Literally, it's doing nothing for you. So I didn't want to bring it up because, one, I like people making the other side mad. But two, again, it's just a proof point. Like, this isn't doing anything for me either. I just think it's dope that an artist of this caliber, especially in rap and hip hop, that they're able to do things like this. I think that's dope. But again, does it have anything to do with Drake? No. Should it have anything to do with Drake? No. Is it doing anything for my life? No. It ain't doing nothing, man. We just yapping about it. But I'm not mad. I don't care. I don't care if Kendrick sold one ticket. Like, that one person getting a hell of a show. Like, it don't matter, man, what he sells out the stadiums or not. The fact that he's going on stadium tour, period, as a rapper is super dope. So it is what it is on that.